MMOs. I am your host, Mysticraven. And where am I at today and this evening? Oh, I don't know. I'm in this game called Elder Scrolls Online. I'm going to talk today about what the game needs for PvP, right? I don't know, man. I've been doing this for a while, you know, just saying, for a long time. Every good idea is here. The foundation's here. So first off, Siege is here, right? It exists. Battlegrounds, good foundation. It's probably the strongest foundation out of a battleground system I've seen to date, right? The best. Starting foundation. You know, so let me go ahead. I'll open up the chat. So, hold. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. Alright. Yo, Brian, what's up? What's up, brother? Okay, so the thing about Elder Scrolls PvP, every element that most games would want to try to implement exists in Elder Scrolls Online. The problem are a few minor things. We're going to discuss that. And we're going to list off the most detrimental, what the real core issues are, along with the things in the direction that PvP needs to get to. Because the thing about it is, what makes you sad as an ESO PvPer is knowing that the foundation's here. You just have every fucking issue that happens. Like when Battlegrounds first launched, we had load screen, load screen, load screen, load screen, load screen, load screen. They ironed it out. Okay? So we've had our hiccups in ESO PvP, especially in Cyrodiil and things like that, which comes up with the number one problem is performance stability in Elder Scrolls. It is probably one of Dude, why do people insist on doing that? Now I got wow. Okay. So, another thing is just stability. Stability is one of the biggest problems. One of the biggest problems in Elder Scrolls PvP. It's one of the biggest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish I could. I could, but I can't. I can't lie about it. What the fuck are these fuckers doing? I swear to God.
We've taken the point! The point! They've captured it! Stay back! Take them! They've taken the point!
Where you going, son? I didn't blow you guys up. Wasn't me. Don't chase. Just fight on a flag. God dang. What's up, bitches? These motherfuckers are so predictable, it's fucking unbelievable. Fucking dum-dums. Purple's a bunch of fucking morons. Red's a bunch of just zergers, or turtlers, I should say. More of turtlers than zergers. Trying to stay in it. Yep. They're easy to beat too. God. Not even hard to beat if you fucking just take their 1 point. They can only cap up 1 point at a time if you avoid them. It's the most easiest fucking thing to do. You can hold it literally these fucking dweebs down to 1 fucking point. Look, they're fucking just overrunning the 1 or 2 people, man. God. All you have to do is run every red point you see. That's fucking it. That's all you have to do. You see a red point, you just run it. See? All purple has to do, if purple is smart, instead of taking our point to shut them down, all you have to do is just take their fucking thing, but purple's dumb. See, purple's stupid. They can't even think. Fucking idiots. There's their snipe spammer. I'm tired of playing with a bunch of fucking moronic morons. And they wonder why they're a bunch of losers. Fucking losers. You guys are fucking losers. You fucking dweebs. Get a fucking clue. Ah, shit. There goes my fucking buff. Hold them to one flag, and all you have to do is cap over, but they couldn't do it. Fucking purple was stupid. My team should have stayed up 2-2. It would have been easy, but fuck it. Oh well, I still scored over 1,000 while I had 2 members didn't, and Fire Drakes just won with a cheap ass tactic, and these guys were about as fucking strategic as my fucking dick in a fucking hole. It's fucking gay. Dumb. Just so dumb. How was your weekend? Very good, man. Haven't really played PvP or Trials in ESO, just questing and dungeoning. But I will have to due to the fact that I started making a Stam DK and will need Vigor and Caltrops. Yeah. Yeah, at some time you need that. But back to what ESO PvP needs. Just stability. Stability. And you can't, literally nobody can come in and say it's a fucking Wi-Fi connection or some bullshit. Okay, I'm hardlined and I have like the top speeds in my area without going commercial. So I could honestly tell, and I have no lag in any other game, even a quarter of as much as Elder Scrolls Online. So that says something, man. Right there is a statement. And somebody be like, oh, it's just because Elder Scrolls has the higher end quality. I can get on Black Desert, which I can assure you has better quality graphics and perform 10 times better than Elder Scrolls ever does. So, no, it's not the quality of graphics or anything specifically other than they need to get their fucking shit in check. So, performance, lackluster. I'd give their stability a 3 because it's just unstable as fuck. And everybody, if you go to the forums right now and read, there's a discussion on why PvP is dying in Elder Scrolls. Number one reason that players posted was performance. The number one reason why PvP is dying in this game, and I've said it before, is performance. It's precedent. It is dire that you get your shit together as a company. You had 4 years, you had patient players, no excuses, get it smoothed out. Could that be a problem with the server or the engine? Could be, but I'm thinking it's more server based. But it could be a combination of the two. Or it could be one or the other. But once again, I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not on, I can't see their max capacity, what it looks like. Only people in the, that working could be able to tell. But I honestly would tell you, in 4 years, somebody knows what the fuck's going on over there. I can promise you that. Somebody knows what the hell is going wrong, but nobody's listening. That can make the difference happen. So it's getting just pushed under the rug. Performance is number one issue. Okay? So there you have it. Number one issue, the problem with PvP in Elder Scrolls. Performance. Okay? So we've just established that. That's the number one issue. The problem. What PvP needs, it needs stability to be functional. Okay, players want they don't want to die to lag, they don't want to die to a bug, they don't want to die to a glitch, they want to die because they didn't respond fast enough. That's the only reason a player wants to die. All right, And everybody's going to find a way to bitch when they die, but nobody wants to bitch about performance when they die. It's the number one thing you don't want a player to complain about when they die. Oh, I got froze. Oh, I couldn't bar swap. Oh, I couldn't break. Oh, I had to double tap on. You know what I'm saying? These things make a huge fucking difference, man. Okay, so number one fucking reason. 2. What does PvP need? Incentive. Fucking incentives to PvP. Currently, PvP gear is lackluster, to say the fucking least. There is not any PvP gear that is worth chasing after. Maybe, say, 1 or 2. But majority it's crafted in PvE gear. And what does that make the PvPers who specifically just want to PvP feel like? What the fuck's the point? If I want a monster set, I'll wait till the golden comes out. Or, better yet, I'll do the damn dungeon. Okay. Oh, here's the set. Might as well do the dungeon. Oh, here's an overland set. I'll buy it. Oh, here's a crafted set. I'll craft it. There's no incentive for PvP gear. Okay? There's just not. And then there's so much cheese, and I run cheese builds. I'm a big promoter of the cheese builds. I've had cheese builds nerfed in this game. But ZOS allows me to do it. ZOS puts it in there, I exploit it. I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, everybody says, Mystic comes out with cancer builds and stuff for PvP. Well, yeah, I do. I mean, I admit that. I totally do. Every day, all day, actually. Why? Because ZOS gives me the tools to do it. It's not my fault, that I put it together. It's not. It's just like, hey, looky, I figured a cheese build that everybody can exploit. It's not my fault. It really isn't. So I keep trying to tell people, it comes back down to that. It's not skill, it's cheese whiz. And I will cheese it up the best way possible. Why? Because it's the most prominent. Right? It's just prominent. This game has potential, and I love what Feng Rush says, get back to the base stats, remove the junk, and players will appreciate PvP a lot better. I agree with that. Totally do. I totally do. Just get rid of, I'm not saying anything that you can't have proc sets. It's just what it is. Don't come in here trolling, fuck out. Love to die to OP PvE god, like players, just no counterplay, not for nobody, but PvE players. Right. No, it's that, dude, John, that's 100% truth, brother. That's 100% truth. It is. It's like the PvE is so dominant in the game. And it's the truth. It's like, what's the point, man? What's the fuck the point? What's the point? People ask me why I haven't been playing Elder Scrolls lately. I'm at a point in PvE, I don't need a lot of anything, So I'm like, what am I going to do if I get PvE gear? Where am I going to put it? I don't have a place to put it. 2, what the fuck's the point? Because at the end of the day, the PvE, I feel like the PvE community is toxic, the PvP community is toxic. It comes back down to a certain couple of things. But we don't have incentives in PvP, right? We just don't. We don't have anything. Like, I could come over here, and sure, there's a vendor for PvE gear for weapons, but the PvE gear, the PvP gear for this shit sucks. This repost is probably the only thing that's even decently good. Maybe. Can I use the other sets? Could I build around them? Yeah, I could. I mean, I can make it work, but it's definitely not a top prize position to say yes. So I keep reintegrating. You have to build incentive. You have to have incentives to get PvPers to PvP. Now, so we've gone over this. The number 1 problem, performance. Number 2, incentives, right? Now, a lot of people would say balance this or balance that. I personally don't give a fuck about balance. I mean, I've been PvPing for years, especially class-based games. I don't give a fuck about balance. I don't. I really, really don't. I don't give a shit about balance, because there's one key element that will always take a skilled player and will override the balance problems, and that's counterplay, which has been another issue. The Achilles heel of Elder Scrolls Online is proper countermeasures within each class, right? Because in this game, every class can play every role. So you can't have the holy trinity of paper, rock, scissors of PvP. You can't do it. So you have to build around the counter aspect of the game, making sure there are countermeasures incorporated in each player kit to give them accessibility to be able to use skill-based PvP. Now, I do feel like Murkmire has been a step in the right direction. However, I feel like the one element that still needs more touching up and more work on is the counterplay. This was the only game I've seen where people can permablock without counter, shield stack without counter. We have interrupts that serve no purpose. It's like it goes on and on and on and on. And it's like, when will you guys learn that PvE devs shouldn't fuck with PvP? There's a reason why companies will isolate their dev teams, specifically, and especially in combat, for PvP and PvE. They'll work together, but they will isolate these devs. Why? Because some elements of PvP need addressed, and some elements of PvE need addressed. So, what can I say? And if someone says, "Oh, they have a PvP dev," I can't tell, because every time I see PvE devs talking about PvP, that worries you. Counterplay is slowed. Yeah. So many CCs go through blocks, please. Fuck Hal. You don't know. You've never played an MMO other than this. Like, literally, you haven't. There are no other games where there's not a block. Like, if in DC, we have block breaks. How would you feel if you got block broke? There's so many games that have block breaks, actually. Like, I can't even tell you how many games actually have a block break. This is the only game that has permablock. Can you name me one other game that has permablock? If you can, I'll shut the fuck up. You won't be able to find it. And I've tested for a shitload of companies, so I already know. The one thing that's always addressed is counterplay. Why do I deserve to die if I do everything? That's not because there's no counter to it. That's not the question. The question is there a counter to blocking? The question is there a counter to it? Like, Miami Heat used to defend a shield stacking and said it wasn't bugged. It was. Shield stacking was broke. It was bugged. I always said it was. Slowed. No, because you can out heal through dots, right? You can out heal them. There is some aspect that things can go through block, right? But it's not a counter. Like, block breaks are in every game except this game. This is the only game that doesn't have a block break system. Do you know what a block break system is? Fuck how. And ask, why does every other MMO have block break systems or fractured systems? Do you know what a fracture system is? Ask yourself why. Because it's to introduce counter. It's the countermeasures. Do you know what counterplay actually is? I do. I do. I've been doing this a lot longer, fuck cow. I've been doing it a lot longer than you. You may be PvP longer in this game than me. And more hours, I'd probably give you that. But in long spec, you have nothing over me in testing and helping development teams with PvP. None. You couldn't scratch the surface of what I've done. You couldn't. You couldn't even scratch it. So, don't troll, just accept it. Fuck cow. You are trolling. Stop. I'm going to ban you again. You asked me not to unban you, and you're trolling. I'm giving you a legitimate debate. And you can't sit here and debate it. How many other games don't have block breaks? Tell me. Why am I pissing you off? You're here. I'm not on your channel. I'm telling you what's wrong with the game. What's broke, what isn't. What is and what isn't. I'm telling you what's wrong with the game. Performance is one of them. Would you agree? Yes or no? Incentives, 2. Right or wrong? 3, counterplay. The counterplay in this game is horrid. It's the Achilles heel of Elder Scrolls Online. If they had such good counterplay, they'd get sanctioned, but they can't. They never will. World of Warcraft is one of the only MMOs that still have competitive gameplay because of why? Not because of balance. Balance sucks in WoW. It's because counter. It's all. It's the only reason it's there. It's still a turn-based game. I don't even like the combat anymore. But it's still popular. Yo, what's up? I don't care. We are talking about the game. Don't give me a reach around. Answer the initial argument of counter. In the game, there is counterplay to block. No, there is not. No, there isn't. There is no counterplay to block. One. All right. Anyways, my point of it is there's always a countermeasure to something. Stealth detection. Cast, interrupt. Block break. You see what I'm saying? There's a counter for every cast set effect. One second. Jeez, why are you getting so offended? I don't feel like, here's the thing, fuck Al. Are you upset if they were to add a block break system? Would that upset you? You just said if I do everything right, why should I die? Now you're saying these are all countermeasures, but any threat of a block break system, and you get scared. Like, are you scared of a proper countermeasure being implemented? Because that's what I'm sensing. That you would actually have to time your blocks so you couldn't hold L2. And you'd actually have to time them. That's a bad thing. Because if you held down... The only time you get block broke is if you're perma-blocking. It's timing. It's a timing mechanism in a Twitch-based game. So why would it bother you? Ice Staff Wardens, infinite snares. Yeah. I just feel like... you are taking personal offense if a block break system were to be implemented. I don't think it will be. I don't think ZOS knows how to do it. I mean, it's easy. They could easily implement it, but I don't think they know how. But I feel like you are personally taking offense because why? That is true. Black Desert looked amazing on Xbox and performed beyond great. Yeah, it did. Black Desert Online has like awesome graphics. I had over 1,000 people in the proximity of the area with no lag. None. But unfortunately, it's just not solo friendly. And the funny thing about it is the PvP is amazing. It's just not solo friendly. It's guild. It's about your guild wars and about node wars for Black Desert. And the RNG is terrible. But the graphics are amazing. The combat is stunning. If Elder Scrolls players tried to go over there and 1vx, they'd probably get their asses smacked around like fucking ragdolls. Because you don't do that in Black Desert. Black Desert, it's all really is about group play. It really is. And there is a strategic system to it. Now, RNG is definitely a factor, but, because unfortunately, the players with the better gear have the advantage. And it's very hard because it's a grind fest aspect. Add that to the upgrade system, and you have that's based on RNG. That is totally some of the killer points. And I understand you have to, it takes time to achieve great things in a game, but it's so grindy, it becomes very where it becomes very disengaging, if that makes sense. Where you don't want to do it because you know that as soon as you hit the pinnacle point where you're awakened, that you just touched the beginning phase of what it takes to become a good player in Black Desert, because it's so grindy. It's so fucking grindy. So it's like, to me, where are we going? In which direction? For PvP. And I feel like there's only 3 friggin' elements that this game needs. And that is performance, incentive, and counterplay. That's it. There it is. I can always tell people, every company, there's 3 things that your game needs to be better. And I can always point out at least 3 that would improve. Now, whether a company takes it up or not, that's on them. I feel incentive in the future could be achieved by Elder Scrolls. Counterplay and performance are the 2 problems which comes back that are going to be easier said than done for the game. And people want to know why PvP is dying. Go to the forums right now. Go to the forums right now and look it up. Is PvP dying in Elder Scrolls? It's right here, right now. It's a day old. And majority of players say it's dying. And number 1 reason, performance. That I'm not making it up. Another thing people are saying is the lack of counter. These are issues. If it's just me, then why are players saying the same thing? Why? Why are the same concerns keep popping up in the forums? Because the real players who play it long enough know the real issues. But nobody wants, if anybody exploits something, nobody wants that fixed. Ugh, I hate these fuckers. Get the fuck away from me. Ugh, fucking trolls. Almost everything on ESO has counterplay. If you don't think so, let me know something that don't elaborate on it. Not a counter for the 3-in-1 snipe glitch, right? How do you counter the 3-in-1 snipe? How's that counterable? Here's 6. Why do we have interrupts that that has no interruptible effect? Are you saying every class has a proper counter? God, these fucking idiots. God, I love these dumb fucks. Need more pots. There are certain things in the game that are issues. There just are. If this game had all the counter that it needed to, it would be sanctioned by E-Games. But it can't. This game cannot be sanctioned by E-Games. You know why? CCs are supposed to break on damage by E-Game standards. Did you know that? Do you know every CC is never supposed to be an I win button by esports standards? But in this game, it's an I win button. A CC is an I win button in this game. Did you know that? But that's the problem, isn't it? But that's what you're. But see, there's no proper counter except wings. There is no proper, and there's only one class that has it. You see what I'm saying? Not every class has a deflection ability. So there is no proper counter for every kit. If your buffs are done, ripped. Down. Yeah. Yeah, but you can be hit with 3 snipes from stealth all at once. Right. Absolutely. And these are the issues, man. These are the fucking issues. These are the issues. The fact of it is, you can go right now on the forums, and there are so many people saying it. I'm not the only one. That's the funny thing. I'm not the only one. There are other players on the forums saying the same things that I'm telling you right here, right now. And where will Elder Scrolls PvP be in another 5 months? Down. Where will it be another 6 months? Down from there. Where will it be another year? Problems. They have to address these things now. It's becoming detrimental to its populace. I'm still waiting for a queue. I mean, it's becoming problematic. There's players who say they're leaving the game because they've given up on PvP or the aspect of it. They've given up on those elements. And what can you do? Why do you think I quit this game? Because I knew the PvP was terrible. The performance was shit. The counterplay Well, shit, get the fuck off me. I'm trying to... Oh, these motherfuckers. Fucking clout chasers. And that's when you know they're clout chasing. I'm trying to fucking get in a queue and I keep getting these fucking things. Fucking little bitches. And that's only a problem when you're outnumbered. You're not understanding. Every class has access to shield. Yeah, the problem of it is when the shield's down, you can't see when a snipe's coming. It's the animation, is what Snoop's telling you. 6. The animation shows one animation, you get hit 3 times. If you don't have a shield up, there's no counter. You're supposed to be able to react, counter-react to something. That's what counterplay is to a skilled player. You do something, I react accordingly. That's counterplay. The player who knows their skills and how to address these things on and off wins. It's like basically saying like you throw down an effect that you debuff my healing capabilities, right? I have to cleanse it. That's a counter. You debuff me, I cleanse it. Counter met. These are countermeasures. So does everybody have a cleanse? No. You see what I'm saying? So not everything can be countered properly in the game. That's what we're saying. So the classes have problems structurally. Structurally, we have problems because not everybody can play counter. It's the Achilles heel of the game. Because they have unique aspects of the classes, this is true. But counterplay is approachable by every class. And that's the standard. So every class should have a proper counter measure. Unfortunately, that's not the case. That's what we're saying. That's what he's saying. There's no counter if you don't know what you're about getting hit by. While we're at it, fix the group finder bug in Battlegrounds. Absolutely, yes. Yes, that's an issue as well. It's Zenimax, man. Thank you, Bones. I do appreciate that. Yo, what up, Cal? But the thing about it is, 6, is this. That's what we're trying to say. We're trying to say there are no proper... The counterplay in the game is weak. And to be honest with you, it's the weakest I've ever seen a game have. It's the weakest. Because they didn't think about that. They didn't think, hey, we need to set a countermeasure for this with the Sork. We need to set a countermeasure of this with the DK. We need to set a countermeasure with this. When you have class-based games, you have to do that. World of Warcraft learned the hard way. World of Warcraft had to learn the hard way within the first 4 or 5 months of its initial release to address counterplay, which they finally did. There were always balance issues with WoW, but they addressed counterplay pretty quick. Now, especially with shamans. Shamans and totems were completely OP as fuck one time. Rogue stunlock, completely OP as fuck one time. Right? There were no ways to properly counter some things. And World of Warcraft had to address, do we have to take care of the mechanics, or do we have to address the counter within the classes to address these issues? Now, certain classes do have their perks and their availability, but the counter mechanics have to be precedent. Right? Like trap hunters. I can't tell you how many times I've got frustrated with trap hunters. But I had proper counter to address the trap hunters. The problem of it is I had also global cooldowns that if I timed it wrong, I was a dead man. And so there was no complaint on addressing, hey, is there counter to it? Yes. Were you on GCD? Well, you should have held off. He outbeat you due to your global cooldown. So you can't say, there wasn't no countermeasure applied. So that's what we're trying to say. The counter has to be precedent. It has to be applied. It's like, If you once again, every mechanic that you're going to implement for PvP has to be met with proper counter. Not every class has dots, right? Not every class has these effects that go through shield systems, like like your hunting curses and stuff. Not every class has wings to deflect. So, what the problem of it is, when you can exploit something and not have the counter, like Total Dark has counter, just block break, right? That's a perfect example of a counter. If you don't block break out of it, you're fucked. Everybody can block break, even Magtoons. So there's a perfect example of proper countermeasure, right? There's a perfect example of it. Everybody can block break. Everybody can dodge roll, right? But I can't fix an animation bug. I can't fix if somebody's able to heal through dots and take half the damage through a perma block build, because there's no counter to the block system that will pull him out of block, except what? A fear? And if he drops an immune pot, that's out the door too. So there's a countermeasure to your counter, without me even having to drop a block. So what I'm trying to always say is that's been the Achilles heel of this game. That has been the Achilles heel of the game. Out of every game I've ever tested, I probably would, and I would say this is the weakest counter game ever. It's the weakest counter game to date. It's the Achilles heel of Elder Scrolls Online. Because you have PvE devs working PvP. Because a PvP dev would never let that happen. A PvP dev would say, okay, we're going to implement an effect. We've got to figure out how each class is going to be able to counter this if they're a smart player. Just that simple. Does that mean they're going to have the ability to counter it? Barred up? I don't know. But do they have it in their kit? Yeah. That's like DKs. DK can deflect, but is every DK going to have the wings slotted? That's not the devs' faults. They just need to make sure the counters, within the kit. This way, when the players make the build, they're like, they have access to this, they have access to that, they have access to this and that. We have all the countermeasures implemented. But when you have mechanics that cannot be countered, for example, the only counter to bleed effects is what? A cleanse. As a stand player, can you cleanse? No, you cannot. Bleeds ignore penetration, yes or no? They ignore them. And if they ignore pen, they should have a counter. Unfortunately, there's only one counter of bleed. Cleanse or die. A lot of people like heal through it. Not this update, you don't. Because they stack them. Bleed stacks are real in this update. Alright. One thing that I've noticed from playing ESO all these years is that the glitches recycle each patch. Right, absolutely. Dentist appointment tomorrow evening. Oh, good luck. Hey, I have a business meeting tomorrow for 2 hours. I love you, Six. Don't get me wrong. I think you know your shit. For sure. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to defend. I'm not going to sit here and defend what Elder Scrolls is lacking. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with everybody. The problems with the game, the issues, and where it lies is, the executive saying, well, we're not going to put in, developers to take care of that. The PvE team can take care of these issues. They need to find time in between and address the PvP issues. I can honestly tell you, if I had to put money down, I would put money down that's what's happening. You might have one PvP dev that's taking a look at internal mechanics, but not combat system. This is where I'm going to tell you guys what the fuck. Why is these problems keep reoccurring? Right? I'm going to be honest with you. I can tell you. I've been doing this way too long. I've worked for a lot of these companies in testing to understand why isn't this addressed? Well, Mystic, we're a little short-staffed, to be honest with you. Well, god dang, how fucking short-staffed are you? You know, I mean, honestly, well, budget's a little tight this quarter, Mystic. Wow, jeez, man. I hope you guys got him on callback because this is getting scary as fuck. Jeez, I still haven't even queued in. I might have to go to Seer Hell. But, you know, we've got issues, man. Performance is number one. Look, I still can't, like fucking Bones was saying, I still can't even get in here. Bleeds are nasty with Master Dual while wield. Right. I mean, we've got to address it, man. We have to. And I've said it before. If I don't give a shit about balance, I don't give a fuck about balance. I don't give a flying fuck about balance if there's proper counter. If there's proper fucking counterplay, I don't give a fuck about balance. I'll beat somebody. I'll outbeat people strategically if there's proper counter. Problem of it is, there isn't. You know, that's the issues. It's like, what's going wrong? Well, we're lacking the fucking tools to fucking to be fun. It's like Cal said, or I don't think it was Cal, I think it was Scott. Like, I'll light attack, like I'll hit a light attack and then it'll go into heavy attack. Like, for no fucking reason. You're like, what the fuck? Or I'm sitting here and, you know, I'm hitting my buttons and then all of a sudden I bar swap and I can't bar swap. Hey, Turbo, what's up, brother?
Mystic.
I can't fucking get into fucking Battlegrounds. It keeps re-queuing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Talking about, okay, so we're having this big discussion and I said 3 things that Elder Scrolls needs and why it's dropping. Like, they're having really reduced numbers lately.
Oh, yeah. Well, the balance is so bad right now. It's like, here's the fault in the game. You know, everybody can use every ability.
Yeah, so, well, I said the 3 things that lack in this game is, number 1 problem is performance. Agree or disagree?
Well, I don't know, it's hard to say because a lot of things work okay in PvE, but in PvP it's like...
But that's what I'm talking about, PvP.
Oh, yeah.
Performance is an issue for PvP?
Oh, yeah.
I'd say it's inconsistent as hell. Right. So, number 1, they need to fix. They need stable PvP. Right? Now, number 2 thing I said was incentives. I feel like PvPers don't have incentives. We might as well just go PvE, get your shit, and then go PvP, and don't worry, you're not going to get anything worthwhile. Is that how you feel or not?
I feel like PvP should definitely give you rewards.
That people want. That sets that people want.
Right. For PvP, anyway.
For PvP!
PvP gear.
Right! Yeah. Incentivize PvP. You know? God damn, give it to us. And the third thing is counterplay. I'm like, I know balance is always an issue, but I've literally, I'll tell you what, Turbo, I have played so many goddamn games. And I said this, the counterplay is the worst in this game that I've seen to date. And then fuck Cal was on here.
It's bad right now. Skywalking, my buddy Skywalking pretty much told me he was quitting until they fix these things.
I'm not. A lot of people are. Like bleeds. What's the counter to a bleed?
Pretty much purify.
But how many people can cleanse?
No one, hardly.
Oh! So is there proper counter to address the issue?
Well, because abilities like Purge shouldn't be 6,000 Magico.
And this is what I said. I've said you can give the classes the unique like Purify to Templars, but give like the Nightblades a different type of cleanse. Give the Sorks a different type of cleanse. You can apply a cleanse that's not the same cleanse, like a solo cleanse effect versus group cleanse.
Like 4 ways to get out of it, basically.
Right. And I've said there are ways to keep the diversity, but yet address the counter to give the proper counter. Like, this is the only game I've seen that a tank can perma-block. Because I'm like, every other game I've ever had, there's a block break system. I'm like, we have interrupts skills that nothing can be interrupted. Isn't that weird? Soul Assault. Can I interrupt a Soul Assault?
The game is like lost. People have developed and write the code, make the balances. They don't know what's up.
It's like, honestly, I keep coming back to like why players are leaving. And the number one reason on the forums right now why players are leaving is what do you think the number one reason is why players are leaving? It might surprise you.
I don't know if it's a PvP thing.
It's PvP. It's why PvPers are leaving.
PvP, okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it's down to like anyone's skill. It's probably just a matter of like where the balance is shifted. And
the number one reason why players listed was performance. They said the lag was so bad. The load screen, the unanticipated load screens, the bar swap, the block breaks, and it just goes on and on and on. And it's like, this game has the best, and I just said this when I first opened up the stream, this game has the best foundation that most MMOs would die for. It has a siege engine, it has a battleground system, it has diversity for the class capability, but it lacks so many fundamental aspects to the core system. And I'm like, and it's killing itself. It's like slitting its own throat and bleeding out willingly.
They don't know where they want to go with it, man.
I still can't get into a fucking battleground. Talk about performance problems. Maybe this game needs Viagra. Rekill. Got to do something.
What's annoying, and you come back to the countering thing, it's annoying because you're fighting these stams like fucking Tornado, Dawnbreaker, the run to end, you know, fucking executioner shit, first slice, and uppercuts. It's just annoying.
Uppercut, I you know, there's a lot, like, ability-wise, I don't feel like there's too much problem with, like, one set ability. Like, I agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
buggy.
It's just, like, there's buggy shit, and there's cheese builds. Like, I come out with cheese builds. You know that. You know I do. But I don't feel like I'm to blame for it. Because ZOS gives me the sets to do it. But is cheese builds a problem in this game?
Not that it's a cheese build.
Well, like, for example, Oblivion damage. When I have an entire set that's built around Oblivion, and there's little to no shit that you can do except heal, what's your, that's your only option, is the heal. Is that not a fucking cheeseball build?
I mean, what's the counter to it?
But that's my point. What is the counter? Nothing. You're healing or dying. Those are your two fucking options. Run and heal. Run and heal. That's your options. You're not going toe to toe unless you can, like, CC me. Like, if I have Emolpods,
it's just cheeseball fighting cheeseball. There's so many other OP cheeseball builds.
But that's my point. It's gotten to the state where there's no skill applied. It's just who can build the cheesiest. I feel like the game has no skill, like, there's skilled players, but the skilled players are forced to compete against cheese. So they're forced to take cheese themselves.
Right.
They're forced to do it. You're forced in a hole. Right. You're like, I have to take part of the cheese. He's got fucking Swiss. I need to come out with fucking blue cheese. My shit needs to be more stinky than his does. You know?
Well, you put up with the shit for so long, and you keep fucking facing it over and over. Sometimes you gotta fucking come up with your own shit, you know?
Right, and I mean, the funny thing is, and I keep doing this whole where I feel like, and I'm about to hit Cyrodiil, dude. Seriously, this is fucking just fucking.
Go to Vivek.
I'm about to. I'm forced to at this point. I want to give it one more try, but I can't even fucking get a battleground, dude. I can't. It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just fucking what the fuck. You know, the problem of it is, and I keep coming back to this, like, everybody's like, why don't you play Elder Scrolls? And I'm like, because it's shit. Enter your realm. Why, so you can stream stalk me? Fuck Hal. Why don't you battleground? Fuck Hal. If you're so good, why don't you battleground?
Who's talking shit? Who say?
Fuck Hal. You need to enter battlegrounds. Fuck Hal. You need to be a BG player.
Who's fuck Hal?
He's the permablock tank for DC. He plays AD too. Boring? Shut up, dude. That's how I know you're not a real PvPer. That's how I know you baby your one build. When you make a statement like that, I can tell. Because real PvPers, some of the best PvPers that will go into battlegrounds are still really good in Cyrodiil. Boring. Did you get bored battlegrounding there, Turbo?
It's letting me in one right now, but
I'm hoping, god fucking damn it.
never mind, they keep declining.
Yeah, it does. It just keeps resetting, brother. It's like 15 builds, my guy. Like, what's 15 builds? Then why aren't you battlegrounding? You can't say boring? If you're saying boring, that's a cop-out. Everybody in the fucking chat room, is fuck Cal making a cop-out? Because I know we got some battleground players in here. Well, what do we think of fuck Cal's little fucking excuse for not being a battleground player? I think it's a cop-out. Anybody else? Turbo, does that sound like a cop-out to you?
Well, if he says it's boring, it means he either didn't play it enough, or he played it too much.
Or he sucked at it. Good luck fighting the good fight tonight, Mystic. Good night, sir. Thank you, Brian. Sounds like a cop-out to me. Thank you, Nathan. Sounds like a cop-out, fuck. Sounds like a fucking cop-out. If you're not a BG'er and you only you hugging Cyrodiil, you're fucking copping out, brother. You're not a PvP'er. You're a cop-out.
If that's all he does.
Who fucking... I'm telling you, why are you... You're sitting here fucking saying, oh, play Battlegrounds. They're boring. Probably because you get beat. You can't score high. I stream my shit, fuck. Do I hit my number ones? Yes or no? Am I on leaderboards in Battlegrounds? Yes or no? Yes or fucking no?
Well...
Turbo, you play. Fuck yeah, you played with me. So what the fuck are you talking about? Anyways, Turbo, you play with me. Do I hit my numbers?
Yeah.
Fuck! Give it up, motherfucker. I get on my Nightblade, I'll hit 1.5 million fucking damage in a fucking heartbeat.
Sit there and play enough games with all these scumbags on there that just want to sit there and cheese. Still, the roll dodging shit didn't get fixed at all. Still
You outscored me in what? In what? Chaos Ball? You got to be specific, brother.
Well, that's fine. It's one game. Keep.
Do I out damage you? Fuck yes, every day of the week. You came in here with a cop out. Like you trolling and shit. Like stop, brother. I ain't never came in trying to disrespect you. You coming in trying to disrespect me. You coming out with cock ass fucking bullshit, talking shit.
Maybe he doesn't PG. Okay.
He has. He's not that good at it. Because his CP's gone. He runs permablock builds majority of the time.
Oh, that's no fun.
Right now, the second, but you give me red circle, okay?
That's no fun. That's why it's boring. Unless you're a guard tank, I guess, and you fucking have a really good squad.
Yeah, I mean, and Falcao's probably one of the best on the PS4 to do it. So I give him his credit. I mean, do I think it's cheese? Well, I mean, depends.
I don't know. I think that's cool. It's a niche ability to be doing.
I don't think it has
you know,
counter. It doesn't have counter,
I
but
can see where that would like turn him away from BGs just because he's doing that role. And that's not.
well,
fun.
that's my point. Like, why are you bashing on
It's fun to be a
battlegrounds?
combat healer than do that.
Well, you know, you can play capture the flag, and we know that during DOMs that permablock builds do pretty good. They're not full permablocks, but
No,
you
yeah,
know,
I mean, it has its role.
yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on the guy because.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So why are you
PvP,
coming in here like saying battlegrounds are boring? Like, why?
Well, that's just his opinion, man.
Right. I do wish that they did a CP and no CP battleground. You know, the funny thing is, actually last year they had CP battlegrounds.
I don't agree with that.
Right.
I think no CP is way more balanced in a really fucked up imbalanced game right now. Really
This is the thing
Really
about CP battlegrounds. I warned Zoss. Now,
Use
Fuck How
it
probably
bad.
won't testify to
Use
this,
everything
but he
even
may
worse.
remember it. Fucking I got so pissed off that Zoss was entering fucking CP battlegrounds. I'm like, you guys have the audacity to put CP in battlegrounds? I'm going to make you guys fucking regret every goddamn fucking cent of doing that.
And why is CP and BG a bad thing?
Why? Because what I ended up doing was building a fucking Templar tank that was so fucking overpowered gross that within the month it got nerfed.
I hear you, but I'm saying that's the problem is that we have a broken game without even CP being.
Well, because I used the CP to help offset the sets that I wasn't using. So that's what I used the CP system for.
Yeah, but you got all these things wrong, and then you add CP into that fucking fold, and now it's really fucked up.
Yeah, you can't give a
up.
player like me a battleground with CP and fucking broke ass bullshit. Now they did nerf my build, and it was a Templar tank. Now I did come out with a video where I'm in front, I'm on the side of a keep, and I tanked 30 motherfuckers. And didn't even flinch in death, hardly at all. It was so fucking
That's
broke.
it?
Yeah, 30 motherfuckers. Oh, well, I had siege on me, too. I was at the wall. No one was passing. They were dropping siege. Everybody was on me. I was like, fuck you, motherfuckers.
Somebody keeps declining this damn queue.
Yeah, dude, I'm in the same one, I think. That's why I said I'm about to go to Vivek. I think it's broke again.
Somebody's trolling.
But the funny thing about it was...
Three people need ready and they won't do it. They keep fucking declining.
Yeah, it could be one of my stream watchers.
Quit.
This is why this system's the worst too. Like literally, dude. Honestly, the funny thing about it was, in World of Warcraft, it just skips them and goes to the next person in queue.
I'm going to goddamn Cyrodiil. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for
I
this
know.
shit all night.
It's just probably somebody
there's a
fucking
wait.
spamming.
There's a wait there. Never mind.
Fuck, you remember that Templar? Are you still here? He's probably not. He probably fucking left. Quests are broke since the dungeon event. It's affected PvE too. Oh, fuck. Well, looks like I'm fucking, I'm
BG's
exiting.
BGs were working earlier. Somebody's being a douche.
Dude, I can't even leave queue. Now it left me.
Random.
Problem I hate about Cyrodiil, you get dumb fucks like Fuck Cow just fucking stream stalking me. Alright, and if he stream stalks me, I will ban him, don't worry. 49 in queue? Shore's dead.
Yeah, I would survive that.
Oh my god! Every other campaign is dead.
Of course, dude.
Oh
That's what
my
it's come down to.
fucking
I'm
god.
gonna try to join by back.
Now
Actually,
let me read some of these comments to you guys. Now I'll go on the forums and you guys can go over here with me and I'll read some of this shit that what's going on in Elder fucking Scrolls and why this shit needs I'm already queued, but yeah, I'll group up with you. Why this needs addressed. So let's take a look at it, shall we? Here, man, you guys are gonna love some of these comments. I promise you. I won't read. I'll read the comment, but I won't read the names. And then you can go on and check it out yourself. So the forum post is PvP dead in ESO, December 2nd. Okay. So here's the results. 48% say ESO PvP is dying. 28% said ESO PvP is already dead. While 23% say ESO PvP is in a healthy state.
What? Wow,
Okay.
so there's like a quarter of the people that play this game are
fanboys. Like, yeah.
Completely out of touch because they're all using the same 4 sets and builds.
All right, so let's get into this.
Oh, Dawn, like, why would you run anything else but a Dawnbreaker if you're Stam? Why? I wouldn't. That's all they give you, really.
Here's one person who said ESO PvP is already dead. Zenny will not fix PvP since complaints decrease since players stop playing it. Works as intended.
That's probably true.
Okay. Another person says PvP is dying. Constant lag. Huge amount of bugs. Massive nerfs and imbalances. I used to love PvP on this game, but it's just getting worse. I don't even find it fun anymore, to be honest. And it's a shame, since I only PvP. ESO PvP is dying. Another year without major changes in terms of gameplay, balance, and not only PvP will be dead. Okay, PvP is dying. My personal gripes that make me want to PvP less are more and more stupid proc-based gameplay, crash and balance between classes, especially open world.
Oh, yeah.
ESO PvP is dying. I decided to quit PvP a week ago. ESO PvP can be very fun, but it isn't worth all the frustration that comes with it. The people in charge of the game barely do anything to fix PvE, let alone PvP. For a game that is supposedly doing so well, every aspect of ESO seems abandoned, other than the crown store, that is.
Oh, snap. Shots fired. Shots fired.
ESO PvP is dying. It's dying, but not for any of the reason OP is implying in his post. The ridiculous lag during active hours, constant DCing, sprinting into load screens, desyncing at keeps. These are the major causes. Combined with the overall lack of innovation as the rest of the game continues to pump out new content. And you've got the reasons why ESO PvP has been decreasing in population ever since shortly after launch. A great concept that's been ruined by server performance. Okay. ESO PvP is in a healthy state. Nice troll on 446Q. Any reasonable person would have reset it after 10 minutes like everyone else. Also, all alliances have shit that messages you to whine about being bested in PvP and PvE. Nothing new to see here at all. The only problem with PvP is lag, in my opinion. And that's saying for somebody who says it's healthy, is the only problem is the lag. Woohoo! Whew. Okay. PvP is dying. There can only be so many reasons why so many PvPers players don't want a separate PvE in Cyrodiil. Clearly, one of those reasons is lack of targets. PvP is dying. PvP is dying. More so, it's a mess. Balance is so sorry, abysmal. Instant Gibbs combos exist. Stealth is incredibly strong. Some tank setups that are so strong they can solo a keep or battleground team, and most builds are just not viable. This is somewhat extends to PvE as well. So you end up with boring cookie cutter builds everywhere.
That's it. That's the state of the game. Run this or die. Run this or be trash. It's not skill. It's not being smart and adaptive and being brains. It's not EverQuest PvP or WoW PvP or a game that actually requires the player to be innovative. It's just button mash. These abilities work the best and land and get off the fastest, so use these.
All right.
Dawnbreaker, Steel Tornado, Faggotry.
PvP is dying. Dev team needs to step into Cyrodiil on live to understand the state of PvP. Preferably on a live stream so entire Zergs can mow them down and they can understand how lame it is. That sieges don't do anything and are still useless, need and negate siege, how overpowered some skills are, how stupid certain sets they have added in the last 2 years are, and the massive advantage of stamp classes, etc. Except I don't agree with the last comment on that. Well, that's if they don't freeze. No, listen. That's if they don't freeze and get disconnected.
I think we get the point, Mystic. It's fucking shitty. That's the game, bro. It hasn't changed. It's up and down. But it's always been broken.
PvP is dying because of lag, a lot of broken stuff, and because there are not enough incentives to PvP. The times where players were PvPing for the sake of PvP itself are long gone. The PvP titles are nothing special anymore. AP is useless, and PvP itself sucks because you either find no person to fight or 20 people that are going to chase you and your 2 to 3 friends for 10 minutes for juicy 50 AP scores. Oh my god.
Honestly, I want to laugh, but it's actually pretty sad that I've played this game this long and spent the money that I have on it just for it to be a mess.
It's consistent. It's consistently buggy.
It's consistently on the decline.
PvP.
PvP enough to know that there's like 3 flavors out there, and that's all you're gonna run into. It's either defensively, I'm a wing spammer, ward spammer, or roll dodge spammer.
PvP is healthy, even with all that is wrong with it. Hasn't been this good in years. That's a statement.
Somebody's optimistic.
I love the opening. Even with all that's wrong with it, it hasn't been this good in years.
Oh my god.
Isn't that a good statement? It's got a shitload of things wrong, but it's only getting better.
That guy, that person that posted that's like 60 years old and buys sound every day.
Okay.
Plays on a mouse and keyboard and is terrible at the game and is like 810 CP and doesn't know you can bar swap still.
PvP is dying. Still running Zerg, but don't know how long. Mostly PvP PV doors that real PvP, while 95% of the best PvPers already quit this game long ago, and only masochists with cheesy builds stayed here, but they are not good PvPers anymore with all the cheesy builds.
Okay.
Okay, Cyrodiil performance sucks, but the PvP part is fine. Oh my god. Okay. Next. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. That's a big paragraph. I'm going to read it all, but you get the gist. PvP is dying. It's struggling. Controls are unresponsive and getting worse year after year. And missed effective play is stack up and spam abilities on one bar and just run back and forth over top of players hoping to secure a kill. Can't debate the legitimacy if the playstyle all you want. But if you ever step back at a distance and watch, you can see where it's not exactly a compelling gameplay. It's us, however, the most effective method given how broken the game is. So what he's saying is you have to play with broken mechanics because it's the only thing that's effective is the cheese. Talking into a guilt last night, he made a good point. There just isn't money to be made in PvP, so I wouldn't count on any changes. Ooh. Telling someone their pool is biased, I mean, how? This is beyond the pale, right? Alright, PvP is dying! Whoever said that PvP is in a healthy state is either a troll or a Zerg surfer Zergling. Also, to people that says that PvP hasn't been as good as it is right now, or out of their minds, or just playing for a few months. PvP is dying, lucky you, or low MMR participant. Our low MMR participant, that's so mean. PvP is dying! It's not dead, however, I have lost a few friends so far because of infuriating things like lag and cheap no skill wins. Makes me sad to see it's going downhill from here. Oh god. Oh, let's keep it going. PvP is dying. Definitely on the way out, but the PvE people are propping it up for the moment with all the search for spell strategist gear. Oh. PvP is dying. Quite sure if you pointed it out, but name shaming isn't going to sit well with the forum monitor, so I advise you to censor it. PvP is dying. It's dying at a slow rate, but it's not because of performance or salty players. Boy, I can't wait to read this statement. It's because we as a community wanted it to be something it was never going to be. A fun experience that allows for unique competitive play that's always fair and balanced, even for casual players. Wow. Boy, this was never going to be that way, so I don't know what the fuck you were thinking. It easily hits each of these points at different times, but never at once. So you have casual players not getting kills or completing objectives because of a power gap. You have competitive players getting tired of fighting the same old unbalanced meta that's been around for years now. And a lot of people aren't having fun like they used to. ESO PvP is unsure of what it wants to be. Does it want to be an esport with intuitive combat? No. That would shut out casual players. But it would gladly pretend there's a skill level behind the armor set. Ooh. There's more, but I'm going to save the rest. ESO PvP is in a healthy state. far too much wrong to actually have a competitive and somewhat balanced PvP experience on ESO. But for right now, it's easy to get AP. It's mildly fun, and there's stuff worth farming for. Okay. ESO PvP is already dead. I always turned into an angry German kid when I PvP because my ping and the community is generally garbage. Oh my god. Oh. PvP is already dead. Well, solo play is dead, that's for sure. There's a big long one. ESO PvP is dying. Not really dead. It's been dying from day one of the game when the devs refused to focus on their best game part and instead focused on RP snowflakes who left the game anyways. So instead of having a top game with solid PvP and stable high population, they now have only a handful of snowflake RPers with minimum PvP activity on a broken ass map. That's just it. Recipe for failure witnessed since day one. Also the PvP in its terminal cancer state, so yeah, at some point we will put the nail in the coffin. PvP is dying. Unbearable lag is PvP's biggest issue. But yeah, it's 100% dying. On Xbox, for example, and it gives this long bullshit. I think everybody knows where I'm going with this. PvP is not looking good for Elder Scrolls. I should never have fucking PvP'd in this game, god damn it. It's trash. This game is trash. People want to know why I quit playing this game? It's fucking trash. Okay, there you guys have it. Said and done. Well, do I wish something would change? Yeah, I do. I do. I hope. Not for PvE players. What's up, Derillo? Turbo, you still there? Think he DC'd. He got in Cyrodiil and he DC'd. Where am I at? Turbo! Alright, so I'm in this wonderful world of Cyrodiil because I can't get into a battleground. Yay. Yay me. Let's get near keeps so I can lag out some more. Think we all know where this is going, finally. And it's not my fault, man. It really isn't. Like I said, I'm telling you, I've been telling everybody for the last couple of months now. What the fuck's going wrong with this game? What needs to be fixed? You know? I've been doing this for a long ass time. Long ass time. Long time. If I say it, you better believe it. I'm just trying to help you guys. You know, people don't have to take my word for it. I tell companies like that, you don't like my response, just don't take it. We hate, you're an asshole. Of course I'm an asshole. Absolutely. Did they snuff it out? Seems like they snuffed it out. I thought there was something going on down here. I see swords, but hey, man. There's definitely some fighting going on over here. Oh shit, there's a bunch of blues over there. I didn't even get to see what the fuck was killing me. Surprise attacks. Bunch of little bitches. Wanna be 1vxers that actually can't 1vx. Alright. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Alright. Got it all day making that money. Alright, man. Not for PvE players. Yeah. Keep making the money, John. Keep fighting the good fight. The thing about it is, and it comes back down to this. This game, it has everything here what you would want from a PvP game. You'd want it. You'd want it. The problem, it's just the like I said, fundamentals. It comes back down to the fundamentals of the fucking game. Is it performing? No. Oh shit. Is it performing? No. No, it's not. It's not up to par. Okay? If there's somebody attacking a keep, you're trying to defend it, you go over there, you're gonna lag out, right? If you're trying to do anything, there's issues upon issues with Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil is a hellhole, right? The populace is decreasing dramatically. It's getting bad, right? It's getting really bad. There's cheap, cheesy builds. There's tons of stupid shit in the game. It's like, what were you guys thinking, man? I mean, everything's here, but once again, incentivize PvP, get performance, #1 priority. I don't give a fuck if PvP does make you money, believe it, because PvPers buy expansions. They need to. Why? Because they have to have some ass element to the PvE game to stay competitive in PvP. Right? There needs to be some element to keep it competitive. So they do keep paying builds. Maybe an unusually long load time. I'm not fucking surprised whatsoever. So PvPers do make you money because they bring in your customers. Right? It's free commercial. That's what people like watching. So you might not think as a company PvP is worth investing in. That's a piss poor excuse and decision on your part. You don't do that, right? You don't. The game's fucking has issues. I know everybody wants to believe that this game is the holy grail of games. It's my favorite game from a PvE standpoint. But look what I've got here. I've got a load screen I can't get the fuck out of. By the time I get out, it's probably doors open, taken over, or I'll probably already be dead. This game's got fucking issues, man. God dang it. You put me in a bubble. Fuck you! Fuck you in your fucking bubble, you fucking bitches! Of course, we're getting backdoored. It's the way it goes. So what do you guys think? Anybody still there want to think? Want to comment? Anybody? About the state of this game. You're holding on to a pipe dream. If you believe in this product, you're holding on to a fucking giant fucking pipe dream. Okay? I don't like saying it. I actually hate saying it. But it's the fucking god dang truth. This game runs like shit. It performs like shit. Okay? I just wish they brought in build diversity instead of those damn metas. Yeah, well, and I feel like once again, you know, there are ways to do that. I think the game PvE, the game has diversity. I know I don't ever listen to the game, and I don't listen to the meta players in PvE. The meta players are junk. They're actually they suck, most of it. But there are a few builds, but mathematically they're fucking stupid. The game's not meant for like best in slot and metas. This game isn't really. There are a couple good sets that I think maybe define the meta, but as far as the overall aspect of meta, this game doesn't apply to it. It really never did. What's up, Duck?
Not much.
Though I'm stuck in fucking Syria hell.
Yeah, how's that going?
Oh, I guess okay, except all the major lag.
Yeah, it was weird because it was like fine like a week ago.
Oh, was it?
Well, it seemed pretty good to me. I don't know, but then yeah.
Come on down, bitches! Where's those blades at? There's like 2 blades that plan on jumping me. Come on out, motherfuckers! What's up, you little fucking little... God, I hate little pussies.
That's night blades.
God. Yeah, I was just reading off like a bunch of comments why Elder Scrolls PvP is dying. From the forums that was posted today. You know what the #1 reason why Elder Scrolls PvP is being considered dying?
Lag.
Yeah! The performance! Dude, are you psychic, Duck? Did I have this conversation with you?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's just kind of.
Come on out! God damn it!
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, you don't want to like get on top of me or chase me. Boy, you guys take things so personal.
Just turbos in this.
Oh! Well, was that, dude? Was that what I think it was? Woo, boy, boy, boy! If that was you, Outcast, you could suck a dick. Ooh. Oh, it's anti-cast. Oh, okay.
I don't know who anti-cast is.
I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. You coming in?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I'm trying to get skill points. Oh, that guy died.
What's up, bitches? Suck my fucking balls! I'll push a fucking Zerg. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that guy's just hanging out in poison. That's why he keeps dying.
Come on. Have a heart. Jumpy. Jumpy, goddamn you, you little pussy blade. God. Why are blades so fucking pussies? Oh, hello.
Some rank blades.
God dang it, you little pussy.
They're most known for is hiding.
Little fucking pussies, man. Dude's such a little pussy. Giving him the fucking chance, God.
Get the fuck out of the way. I'm trying to get that archer. These NPCs are so unruly.
Sorry. Who in the fuck just tried to do that?
I don't know, but it feels like I have like no DPS in this dungeon. It's kind of sad.
Come here, dude. You're a 1vxer. Get your ass out here.
Yeah, but you're only one person, so you can't.
No, there's two of us. And I'm not gonna let you team up and do some stupid shit. I'll lure your dumb asses over here. Yep. Just like that.
This guy just like lagging out, or is he just not doing anything? I can't tell.
Alright. Can't even see everybody, man. There's some blacked out people and some shit and all sorts of weird shit, man. I don't know, man. I feel like I should be going down towards Sedge, but I think they're pushing Oswell. Blue, where in the fuck did the blue go? I mean, they had shit. Declaw, why the fuck? This game would be so good if the performance was just better, you know? That's like one of the major issues, Duck.
Yeah.
Look at these guys. Same dudes.
What is this guy doing?
Night, baby. Night, love you, honey. You going to bed already?
The whole reason I queued for this dungeon is just hoping to get a skill point out of it. I don't think that's gonna happen.
You little snipe spamming bitch. Come here. Come on, you little cock. How's work been going anyways, Duck?
Work?
Yeah.
Like work? I don't know. We're having fun.
Oh, I got him. I got the little bastard. Oh, I got the little bastard.
Bored.
You sound tired, man.
Yeah, hold up. Sometimes the healer comes in late.
Where'd those little chicken shits go? Oh, there you are. Come here. I got something for you. I know. I like playing this game too.
Who are you talking to? Mystic?
DK. God dang it. And everybody had to jump him on him. God. He's not actually smart though. I would have waited a little bit before I dropped down. He jumped the gun too much, but you do get in those panic modes, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't panic.
You don't panic? Ever?
No.
What's up, guys? Oh my god! Guess what?
What?
Guess what I got in front of me right here, right now?
Tank? I don't know.
A load screen.
Oh. Hey, watch out, guys. Boss is pointing the wrong way. That's not preferable.
Fucking. I swear to God.
Oh, I missed the block and died. Can't believe that happened.
So bad I can't even get to a battleground. So why haven't you been PvPing in Cyrodiil, or have you?
I did. I had like at the campaign rewards last campaign. I had like 7 tunes that got like tier 3 rewards or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like what? I tried to get into Cyrodiil a little here and there, but yeah, it just seemed super laggy. So I was like, yeah, screw this and that.
Yeah. It's been a little laggy. Is that why you gave up on it?
Well, I wouldn't say I gave up on it. I'm just kind of not there right now.
You know, for the first like year or two, it was like kind of okay. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I thought last campaign was good. I don't know why this campaign is different.
What? Where's your Nightblade friend? God dang it. Get that little pussy the fuck out of here so I can fucking take care of him real proper like.
Aha, gotcha.
See, these guys are not 1vxers, god damn it. I keep telling players that too. They're like, we're 1vxers. No, you're not. You're fucking liars. Real 1vxers fucking use night blades. I want to kill your fucking blade friend first there, bud. Where in the fuck is that little bitch ass blade of yours?
Woodcutter.
Fucking trash ass game, trash ass players.
We got like all the Durox spam right now.
I'm not playing Ring Around the Rosie. I'm just trying to find your blade. Where the fuck is that little bitch so I can fucking smash him? Well, I guess he wasn't that good of a 1vxer. He just got fucking smashed by 3 people. Fucking little wannabe bitches. Where's that fucking blade of yours, bitch? Fucking pussies. Totally a 1v fucking X opportunity been fucking sheeped down. Oh, this was totally fucking like whatever. Fucking gay fucking ass shit in this game, I swear to God. We're fucking all that and then some and blah 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 and blah and blah. I actually feel bad for this dude. Not enough not to kill him. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, lethal fucking arrow spam. Go fucking figure. It's the only way they're ever gonna beat ya, I promise. They'll fucking cheese you down. Pour out the fucking cheese. Get me up.
I don't want to go back. I actually do want to go buy a 6-pack.
Hold on, let me check the time, honey. I think I'll probably end the stream. Yeah, I'll end the stream. Alright, Duck, I'm gonna be right back, dude. I'm gonna go AFK for a few minutes. Alright, guys, I'm gonna end it. I know a lot of people don't like hearing what I have to say, and I get it. I get it. But you know what? It's on the forums. I'm not the only one talking about it. And until they do something about it, guess what? The problem's still going to be here. I've said it. The 3 things that need to be done. Number 1, performance. We need stability. Number 2, incentives. And 3, proper counterplay. There you guys have it. If anybody wants to know what's going to fix this game, it's those 3 things. People can hate me for it, but it's the truth. So, there you have it. I'm Mysticraven, this is Mystics MMOs, and as always, thank you guys, and have a nice day. I know.
Clear.
We're clear. I'll be right back, Duck. I gotta take her to get beer. 1 second.
Okay.